Steam fills Tornado's cylinders. Heads are turned as it drifts through Doncaster Station, and the test begins. The first stage of the journey to York should be routine, but with the data analysts and invited guests on board who know they're here for something special, it's not long before eyes are on clocks.
I use a GPS to tell me how fast we're going. These days, we used to do it by timing the milepost or by counting the rail beats.
The numbers are already being crunched.
Pretty steady.
Before long, York is in sight. The plan is for a quick splash and dash water stop. Word of the run is already out.
It's kind of a thing in my family. We're all big steam train lovers, so I've kind of grown up with it since I was little. So any chance to come see it, I hopped in the car and come here as fast as I could.
We're taking about 2,500 gallons of water. It should take us about between 5 and 10 minutes, depending on how fast the tanker can fill us. Strive to achieve it in as fast time as we can, really.
Hugh is joining the crew on the footplate for the next part of the run.
10 more minutes of water, Lindsay, please.
The plan is to take Tornado well above the usual 75 limit.
75 to Skelton. 83. Tolland Thirsk, 90.
Raise in the guard. Green light.
Before long, the loco is settling into its stride again on a part of the East Coast line known as the Racing Stretch. Northallerton comes and goes in a blur. Slowly, Tornado nudges towards uncharted territory.
78. But it seems as if we feel it through the cage.
There are anxious moments as the speedo climbs towards 80. There are hints of rough riding.
Suggests a little bit of a natural resonance of the loco, but very low. We have seen one little anomaly, but we've been a bad track, so it's been a very stable run so far.
It's Darlington.
This is the fastest a Peppercorn Pacific has run since the end of steam. On board the train, journalist Tony Streeter is writing up the story.
There'll probably be discussions forevermore afterwards about exactly this bit or that bit. But that's a sign, I guess, of the importance that people are placing on what's happening tonight.
And there's more to come. As Tornado touches 90, it's been a phenomenal effort for the crew. Back in 2013, a sister engine of world record holder Mallard was allowed to go this fast, but no more.
Got a bit early.
But as the lights of Durham come into view, the pace setting is over for now. A few miles from here, Tornado will turn off the main line into a depot just outside of Newcastle for a thorough inspection.
Handbrake on?
Yeah, handbrake's on.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Cup of tea for you then?
Chocolate
Well
bar,
done,
thank
chap.
you.
That was really superb, Tony. Well done.
Thanks, mate.
Fastest I've ever been on a steam engine.
It's the equivalent of a Formula One pit stop, albeit at a more measured pace. With the crew off the footplate, Hugh can give the fire a once-over.
Yeah, that's the temperature of the middle eccentric there at 40 degrees.
Meanwhile, David Wright is one of the first support crew members on the ground.
We're confident with how it runs normally at 75. We know what it does, but 90 is just that little edge more, really.
On Tornado's motion alone, there are 14 oiling points to check.
As the bearing's working, it's obviously using oil, and it's trying to draw air in. So in order for it to draw air in, we've basically got a cork with a bamboo cane through the middle. So then, as it's using oil, air's drawn in, replaces it, therefore don't get a vacuum, therefore it's actually using the oil.
Having run 80 miles since York, another water tanker pumps thousands of gallons into Tornado's tender, ready for the next leg of the trip.
She was waggling a bit at around the 80 miles an hour mark, but she settled down and was good as gold. With some assistance from the gradients downhill on the way back, I reckon that magic 100 mile an hour is going to be in the bag.
Yeah, Dave.
Graham will ride on the footplate back to York, and there's a new pair of hands on the shovel too.
You ready to set off now towards Newcastle, over?
Hugh retires to the train. If Tornado does top the ton, he'll confirm the onboard measurements with the footplate.
Okay, that's us on our way back into Newcastle.
First though, the whole train is heading across the Tyne to turn around. It's 2:30 in the morning. Britain's commuters are asleep.
We're in a position to head off shortly, and we'll see what the future brings. It's calm and quiet, and it's a professional job. That's the point. We're not playing trains here.
Dave, remember there's plenty of downhill out of here, it'll just blow its head off otherwise. We can run it well.
On the way home, there are 3 places where they can clock 100. But to take Heritage Steam into a new realm, everything has to be in their favour.
I've sent a message to the Network Rail Head of Operations North and just said, greens all the way, please.
Tornado's staccato exhaust beats reverberate across the city. The crew are getting stuck in, and as requested, there's a clear road ahead.
Come on!
It's a post-60s record, though not what they came for.
How far to Aycliffe? 5 miles.
And at the Aycliffe curves, there's a speed restriction for all trains. There's no choice but to slow down.
Ease her back. No, don't shut off, just ease her back a bit on here.
They're disappointed, but not beaten.
We'll bring her around and we'll go again after Aycliffe.
We're not very far from Darlington now, so the driver will be mindful of the 90 mile an hour over the voiding line at Darlington station.
Graham joins the firemen in shovelling as they prepare for the next sprint. But a couple of miles later, there's bad news.
Why have we got 2 flashing yellows?
They haven't got the green signal they were expecting.
Is that right?
Instead of going round Darlington station, for some reason they're being sent through it.
Station?
And that means slowing down again. A solitary member of staff gets an unexpected surprise. A mournful lament on Tornado's chime whistle. Their second chance at the ton has just disappeared.
We'll leave it now. When we get over the restriction, the other side of Thirst, so get through Thirst, get past the neutral section, and then we'll go for it.
We're now accelerating again. Unfortunately, we have another 75 at North Allerton to obey.
The approaching train is not scheduled to stop at this station. Fast train approaching.
It's still a spectacular sight, but another temporary speed restriction follows just down the line at Thirst. Now Tornado has to drop down to 50 miles per hour. They're running out of track and time.
Are we through the neutral section?
It's all down to the final few miles before York.
It's bending the hand. Yeah. 87, 88, 88, 80. Oh, come on.
Keep going.
95, 95.
round them up. Oh, come on, come on! No! They've got 97. Trailing wind, anything?
Anything. Everyone jump up in the air. Yes!
To celebrate the rarest of snaps for the album, a defining moment for Tornado and the crew.
They're wonderful people, so they've done us proud.
Take her in steady, lad.
The water stop at York beckons.
I bet he's tired out, ain't you, Steve? Oh, he's been doing a lot of concentrating. Anywhere there, Steve? Anywhere there? Well done, boys. Don't want to do that again. Well done. I hope you're all right after this. So do I.
100 miles an hour is a big figure to achieve, and it's incredibly symbolic.
I think it's a milestone and a real talisman for the future.
I asked for a picture of the speedometer when it goes over 100. I think it's a really great thing to do.
I would do it again, eh? I don't know if Tornado will do it again, but it's been done anyway, so...
We're just doing 100 mile an hour for 48 seconds. I think we can say it did 100 mile an hour. When we get it home and it's all in one piece, then we can be proud.
From a casual idea to a titan of steam, from 0 to 100, Tornado has quickly garnered accolades. Yes, there is a serious business here, but it's adventure that makes the heart race. There are still plenty of pages of that annual to fill.